So, hey, what I wanted to do is I wanted to just kind of create a little lecture where we talk about, two issues that are, a problem within the community college and in college level classes, and that is dealing with the issues of plagiarism and dealing with the evolving issues of AI. So, one of the things that the college does is they pay us to do all of this training. So, I have kind of a funny story, sort of a Sac State's story, but I was taking a class, professional development over at Sac State, and basically the class focused specifically on our same class, how English 1B is taught at Sac State. And in the first session, they went over the syllabus, and it was so funny because Sac State students said the number one thing that they hated when instructors went over the syllabus was when instructors went over the plagiarism policy, because they felt like when instructors went over the plagiarism policy, it was like hands down, students were guilty. They had already committed the crime and they were already sentenced to the worst possible punishment. And they really sort of stressed us that, like, oh, when you're talking about plagiarism, be nice to students, be kind to students, don't make them, feel guilty. And, here is my response to that. My response is hell no, because every single semester I catch a student plagiarizing, right? Every single sentence, whether it's in a ground class or in an online class, there are instances of plagiarism. So I think, those Sac State students can, it's nice that you want to be all comforting and supporting the students, but my experience is there are just too many students that plagiarize that you can't be all super nice about it. You just have to be upfront about it. The funny thing is, with online classes, is how many students plagiarize, because you have to upload your papers to Canvas, right? And Canvas has turnitin.com, and it scores through and it'll rate and it'll let you know if your essay's been plagiarized. They've updated the AI detector, so now it can talk about whether or not something's been detected by AI. So I think it's just really important that students go in and they know from the get-go, plagiarism is a problem, and if you're going to just copy and paste something from the internet, right, you're going to get caught, and there are consequences. The three consequences for plagiarism are basically you get an F on the assignment, you can get reported to the dean, and then they can talk about whether or not they want to do some sort of academic dishonesty. And once that ball gets rolling, it's out of my control. The other thing it's just important to recognize is as AI has evolved, it's evolving at a rapid pace, right? That some students are using AI to write their papers. Turnitin.com does have an AI detector, and it's really good at catching students papers that are written by AI. So I just want to kind of review that policy and just make sure that students understand that there are consequences. I would love to go through an online class where students don't plagiarize, but it just so happens that students plagiarize papers, whether it's on a discussion board or papers. And if there's anywhere we could just write our own work, I think we'd be better off. So I'd love to know what you think of Sac State's view on the plagiarism policy, what you think of the Sierra College's view on the plagiarism policy. But in the end, I just want you to know that, right, plagiarism and the use of AI is considered cheating and that there are consequences to it.